On Wednesday morning, rescue workers from East End Fire Company performed a water rescue in Columbia County. Two of the firefighters spoke about the incident on Thursday night.
So county had told or contacted Catawba's chief, and I was in here listening to it, and they ended up saying, well, your next due is boat 68 and boat 15 out of Danville. So and chief said get them both going. So but it was pretty shallow in a lot of spots, and the motor, we couldn't get it down far, or we couldn't get it down far enough to be 100% lowered.
I think our biggest concern was, like Josh said, getting out into the flow of the water and away from some of the obstacles, getting our safety line established.
We backed in there, and once we were probably only in, I think it was only like mid shin deep. But if the further you went out, of course, it got deeper. But it was we relaunched. We were actually in their yard.
Yeah, and all kinds of stuff laying in the front yard under the floodwater that you got to find one way or another.
But yeah, that was one of our biggest obstacles. We didn't know what was in the yard, of course. And I mean, the situation definitely was. I have my concerns for sure.
Yeah.
Safety of the guys in the boat, safety of the victims, helping Josh try and keep things under control.
So what happened was, once we got down there and I got into the actual house there in front of the deck, it was deep enough to keep the motor in, and we were able to position ourselves between the house and in front of the deck.
Yeah, it's definitely a team effort, getting the boat out in the water and getting things stabilized.
And the current wasn't real strong there, so we were basically holding our own there, and it was a safe haven, if you want to call it that. And that's where we loaded them on and got them out of there. So once we loaded the first set of people on the boat, we ended up we ferried across using just the motor itself.
How far was it from where you put the boat in till the house?
Whew. Probably 200 feet, 250 feet or so. Felt like a mile.
They could actually pull us across rather than use the motor if we had to. It is kind of a safety, and it also acted as a hoist. And they ended up using some pulley system that Berwick had on their rescue.
You know, yeah, there's 3 guys in the boat at the call, but there's probably close to hundreds of people that maintain the equipment and support you. And you know, those are all volunteers who don't do this for a paycheck.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and we're always looking for people. You don't have to be in the boat.